Hi, I'm Will Hunter, Managing Director for MTA North America, and this is the first video in a short series intended to explain the features and advantages of MTA's tabletop soldering robot. Being the first video in that series, this is going to be a general overview of the TR300. We're going to have additional videos in this series that will go into more detail about the individual features of this machine. So I'd highly encourage you to look at those videos as well in order to understand the full capabilities of this machine. The first thing I'd like to point out is that the 300 in TR300 represents the 300 by 300 working area. Now, 300 by 300 working area doesn't mean that's the total size of the part that you can put in it or the array of parts that you can put in it. It simply means that all the solder joints need to fall within that area. So if you have a larger part or a larger array where all the solder joints fall within 300 by 300, then you can use this tabletop robot. The second thing I'd like to point out to you is that this is a purpose-built machine. It was built from the ground up with the intended purpose of being a tabletop soldering robot. This is not a laboratory robot that we strapped a soldering iron onto and called it a tabletop soldering robot. This was specifically designed for this purpose. And I'll go into some of the details to explain what we mean by that. So the first thing I want to show you is that it does come with a sturdy frame as well as a guarding system and a light curtain on the front. It has its own illumination to light up the work area inside the TR300 and it has a very robust robotic system. So the purpose of this robotic system being so robust is that it has to be able to support the weight of this very large head. And the reason for this head being configured this way is that it has the solder spool, the wire feeder, and the heating element all in the same area. And I'm going to go into a lot more detail about the head in one of the other videos. The other thing I'd like to point out in this video about the head is that it does include the fume extraction nozzle. And this is important. The fume extraction nozzle is plumbed all the way through the machine, out the cable chain to the back of the robot. So when you receive your machine, then you don't want to have to go back and figure out how to accommodate your fume extraction with the plumbing and the bracketry and will the head support the weight and all of these things. If you buy a TR300, then you know that's already taken care of. It's plumbed to the back of the machine and you can simply tie it into your centralized fume extraction system, or you can get a little standalone unit to sit right next to the robot. The other thing that I would point out is that it does have a tip cleaner that works with mechanical sponges that wipe the tip off. This is really good because it gets the tip a lot cleaner than an air jet and it doesn't risk blowing solder balls around in your work area. Now, during normal operation, your operators are going to be working with the buttons along the front of the control panel. So we have our emergency stop button here, on, off, the illumination button that I showed you before. It has a key, of course, that can be removed, and the key allows you to switch between operator mode and maintenance mode. So when you're in operating mode, you would remove the key. Then on this side you have your start, stop, and reset button, as well as turning on the temperature controller. There are many options available for the TR300. After all, we built this machine from the ground up, so there's not much limitation as to what we can do with it. What I would point out to you is it already comes as a very complete machine, as a standard unit. The guarding, the framework, light curtains, illumination, monitor, keyboard, all of these features come standard on a TR300. In fact, the only option that we're showing on this machine today is the camera monitoring system. Other than that, it's a standard unit. So I'm going to put together another video that goes into a lot more detail about all the options available. There simply isn't enough time to cover them in this video. I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to learn more about our product. I'm going to include more videos in other sections that go into a lot more detail about the individual features of this machine, the options available to this machine, etc. I'm also including my contact information in the comment section so that if you have additional questions, you can reach out to me directly. Again, thank you for taking time to learn more about our product, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.